It's fucking weird to think now where, you know that we grew up in a time where we are the generation that, grew up in a time before the internet, but also experienced the birth of the internet as well. Yep. And we are the ones preaching that, hey guys, the internet isn't the world, the internet isn't life, there is a world outside that. And
it's cool, but a balance is necessary.
Yeah, and we are the best generation that is educated enough to tell to everyone else that what is a healthy relationship with the internet. Bro, you fucking Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, this is what this made me realize that it's up to you now, because you have lived in a world before AI content and you're going to live in a world after AI content. Yeah. So it's going to be up to you guys to preach to fucking Gen Betas or whatever to be this is how your relationship with AI content should be, because it is going to become a part of our lives, I
just think how much cooler would you feel when you got those beer glasses if you'd known that he'd hired an artist direct, that's so sick. That's irreplaceable.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And now it's just okay.
But it's almost impossible to have this kind of this conversation online because, more likely than not, you're going to get shut up, punk, you fell off. Yeah. At Grok, block him. But no, I think it is important. And again, it's all about, intent, and also just in terms of just how you interact with things like AI, things with the internet, now that it's just going to become more and more normalized. And look, at the end of the day, we might just be old man yelling at cloud, and this is a war that we're not going to win. Yeah. When it comes to the dependency of AI.
I don't think we are going to win.
But, I think it's all about, we're not saying AI equals bad. It's just a balance is very, very important.
I figure we need some kind of way to there's too much AI stuff now. There needs to be a way that we can watermark real things. No way that AI can't. I don't know how.
But, I feel like we don't need to, because it's it's gotten to that point now where enough people are interacting with AI. And, as you said, right, there's that point where you look at something that's AI and it feels soulless. Yeah. And on the contrary, you look at something that is human made, and as corny as it sounds, it's you can feel the spirit or the soul of it, right?
Fucking dumbass people on the internet can't.
But that's the thing. It's that's so what we need to. That's what people need to figure out, though.
Well, I think the best example for this, in terms of feeling that connection between, hey, this is a piece of art made by a human versus made by AI. I remember watching the AlphaGo documentary where it's this is when this is when AI players first started becoming a thing, where I think it was Google or something made an AI that could play Go, which is one of the most complex games on Earth, right? And they played one of the top players of Go. And I'm pretty sure anyone who's ever tried to play against an AI chess robot or anything like that, where there's something suffocating about it, right? Because there was this line in the documentary where the person was losing against the AI, and subconsciously he would try to look into the eyes of the person playing it, and then he realized this person was just putting down a thing that the computer told him to put down, and there was just he looked at this person and nothing came back, and it's just that's how I feel whenever I see something and I'm I know it's AI generated. Where I look at something and there's something
you're looking at it, but it's not looking back at you.
Yeah, it's so weird because like you said, as a child, you're what the fuck is this soul thing behind art? And now I fucking get it. Yeah. Because to me, I look at something made by a human. It could be the shittest piece or ever, but I'm someone made this. There was intent behind this. There was thought behind this.
You feel some value towards it.
Whether
even if it's not necessarily the best thing ever or anything that necessarily moved you or anything, it's but I still see the value in this because someone took the time and the creative energy to actually make this thing. Yeah. And
it's very annoying.
Yeah.
And it's very annoying that people just keep calling everything fake, or things that are real they call fake. Sorry, or things that are fake they call real. So annoying. On my second channel, we work with a lot of artists to make the thumbnails. If you want to pull it up for a second, and the thumbnails, honestly, so fucking goated. And the amount of fucking comments we get, people are this is AI. All the drawn ones, you can see. with like fuck some of them like movie posters.
Yeah.
Like some of them are insane. Like that one, like the mouthwashing one.
Yeah.
There's some like true like we try to draw as many cool ones as we can, and so many times people are like, this is AI. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it is
piece of
annoying.
shit.
It is
Yeah.
annoying.
But yeah.
It's kind of scary where it's getting to the point where you look at any piece of art and the first thing people think of is this AI?
Yeah, it's
And it shouldn't be that way.
I mean, I hate it.
It should not be that way.
It's gone to the point where I've been fooled sometimes, and now I'm like second guessing myself.
Everything, yeah.
And
it's so hard to
It's
tell.
something that I fucking despise.
Yeah.
Because I think the first time I got fooled by like an AI generated video was there was this video with like a emotional support kangaroo that got spread around, and I don't know if you've seen this video.
No.
Can you search up emotional support kangaroo?
It's just you just have to try and not interact with it when possible. Like anything with AI voices on Shorts or TikTok, I just skip.
yeah.
I just immediately skip. But then again, they're getting good now, and it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
It takes me a second.
This is it. So this was just a funny little thing where a woman was being refused
it's
entry
AI.
because of an emotional sport kangaroo, and it was just like this is just a funny little video.
Yeah.
Just found out. Yeah, that's AI.
God, that's scary.
fucked.
And
You could have fooled me.
Yeah. Because when you are not looking for it, it's just fucking impossible to tell.
Yeah.
And if you do go under a microscope, you can see like, oh yeah, the hand movements are like a little bit off.
Yeah.
But no one's focusing on that shit. I saw this and I was like, ha. I didn't know there was emotional sport kangaroos now.
Do you guys have that one friend that is like insistent that AI can like do everything, and they keep fucking bringing it up?
No. Luckily, no.
I've got to make the fucking, oh my God. They're just like everything. They're like, I'm going to ask ChatGPT about this. I'm going to put it, I'm like, what? Shut the fuck up. Think for yourself, man. Do something on your own for once. So annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luckily, I don't have a friend like that, but yeah, pretty much everyone, including like my parents right now, they unknowingly just have AI in their lives. I mean, I think my mum sent me an AI video once. She didn't know it was AI. I could tell her.
Yeah, it's not about
No,
it.
I could tell immediately.
The top comment on this Reddit post actually like perfectly sums it up in my opinion. Where they just said it's a pretty convincing AI video, especially for someone casually scrolling, which is what most people do.
Yeah.
And they don't think too hard about it.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh yeah, it's a video.
I mean,
cool.
I think no one is going to be able to have a 100% success rate of catching AI or not. I think it's just going to be like, are you trying to post, are you trying to push it, or are you just accidentally interacting with it? I think there's a massive difference.
But that's
those.
also the dilemma,
exactly,
right?
right?
It's like, you like people who actually care about that kind of stuff like us, for example, who work in the creative field, like we look at this and we see that it's AI. And then the argument is like, what are you going to do about it? It's not going to stop people from making more AI videos, right? So it's kind of just like, you're just fighting with yourself at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Being like, oh, I'm angry, but I don't know what to do with this anger that I have towards these AI videos, unfortunately.
You just have to hope that real art becomes more valuable.
Yeah.
I think it will.
I think it will.
I think it has to happen, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, what I think is people will never stop yearning for human connection.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Maybe this is going to be a boomer mentality in the next 30 years. Who knows if the new generation will care or not.
I think there's going to be a lot of shitty side effects that come from this.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's going to not be fun.
Scary to watch.
Yeah. But I think it is very important where eventually it's got to be watermarked some way.
Yeah.
Because the amount of AI stuff being produced over real is like, it's impossible to even come close to the scale.
Someone's going to make an AI that will capture AI videos.
Well,
I mean,
it's a constant arms race now.
Yeah,
between
yeah.
the AI detection and AI tools that fight it. But at some point, it surely will just get to the point where it is indistinguishable from being real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there will be a point, right? Like,
And at that point is when you should all stop going on the internet and interact with the real world.
I wonder at that point, because once it gets to a critical mass of stuff like that, where it is genuinely impossible to separate in any capacity. I mean, you just can't use some of these video services, surely.
Yeah.
And you can't trust anything.
Yeah.
And that's going to suck. And you know what? Maybe that will bring about the rise of local communities again.
Legit.
I'm waiting,
Legit.
and I feel like this is going to happen at some point. There's going to be like a YouTuber who blows up who is like entirely AI. Like maybe he wears a mask or like some of the shit. There's going to be some YouTuber that
I wouldn't be surprised if that already exists and we just don't know it.
And then like someone's going to leak it or it's going to come out and it's going to be
Yeah.
a massive fucking drama and people are going to feel super baited and they're
Yeah.
like, I bought merch and it's going to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm calling
Yeah.
it right now. It's
Yeah.
going to happen at some point.
It probably exists right now. We probably just don't know that they're AI.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something. I mean, I guess our
Man.
like generation's experience of that was like, remember like back in early YouTube.
Mm.
I don't know if any
I
of
know
you
the
boys.
girl. I know the girl you're talking about.
Lonely Girl 15.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
Lonely
Lonely
Girl,
Girl
yeah,
15.
Do you
Yeah.
remember that entire fucking
Yeah.
debacle?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Paid for YouTuber.
Yeah, so if you didn't know, this was right at the beginning of YouTube. And there was this channel called Lonely Girl 15. And it was just this girl who was just doing like daily vlogs, you know, just normal YouTube vlogs. Eventually gathered an audience. And then it came out that she was an actress.
Yeah.
And this is all
was all
scripted.
fake.
This was all faked and produced by
Social
a
experiment.
production company.
Yeah.
And everyone freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
And that was like the biggest scandal back in the day. This is gonna blow way fucking past that. you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because at least even then, it was still produced by humans. Like, even if the persona was fake, that persona was made by a different human.
Yes, yes.
Whereas this is on a completely different level.
Yeah.
What
The
a
robot
shit show.
overlords are going to take over, and we have, as humanity, have to make sure that doesn't happen. One AI video at a time.
Well,
But we'll never stop being real.
and we
right,
will
guys?
never jack it to AI hentai.
Yeah.
No.
And if we do,
That's a promise. That's a promise.
yeah, and if we do, we want you guys to call us out.